Damn, did I just die again? Man! Hello everyone! Welcome! Hi, I am Choco and I stream. Hopefully. If the internet allows. Oh, the internet is bad. Yeah, so I was at Domoki recently. That's why I didn't stream. Crazy, right? And also my internet is bad. So if stream ends suddenly, just know that it's not my fault. How'd it go? Did you meet any fans? Nah. Did anyone recognize you? Nah. Even though I went as myself for one day. Wait, I do have a censored picture of myself. So, wait, let me pull it up. I did go to Domoki as myself. I did not go as a creator. Just went there as a person. Let me take one. Yeah, this one was censored. Plus, I'm just gonna real quick censor my friend as well, just to make sure. 1 second, 1 moment. Open, and now a downloaded file. Where is it? Where are the downloads? There's the downloads. And now I open it. Just so I can censor their face real quick. I fucking hate my mouse. It doesn't want to zoom in properly. How dare. Let me just take a hair color of theirs. Yeah. Now let's just do this. Perfect! Alright! Now, let me just share my screen real quick. If I would be allowed to. Come on, please allow it to me. It should be in art? Yeah, there it is! See, this is me and my friend, Laura. We went to the Domoki together. And, yeah. See, I cosplayed myself. I managed to do something. I even had a little bow in my hair. And yeah, the theme was we got married. Just so you know. I accidentally moved this. Damn. Good enough. Oh! Okay, Choco is a lesbian. What? No. Although we did go on platonic dates. Platonic dates. I literally spoon-fed her. Sure. Yeah, totally. This was our first time meeting. And, it went good. It went really good. Closeted lesbians. Nah, she's an open lesbian. She likes girls. And sometimes boys. Also. There are some fictional men we did talk about. Oh my god! Hi, Matt! Welcome! Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been, man? I did see a new model. Looks awesome, dude. Yeah, I decided to do a little 300 celebration. It's not much. It's gonna be, kind of like a hear me out cake. Been chilling, working, the usual. Nice. Sugar lesbian, get out of the closet. No, my closet. Lebanon gay Lebanese. Guys, stop. It was really just platonic, trust. Even though I did do the move where I had an ice cream and I was like, you should try it, and put some on my spoon, held my hand under it, and spoon fed it to her. Guys, it was platonic. Smash or pass? The Mr. Peanut Man. It's more like, wait, it's here. I have a hear me out cake and a hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. Basically, an AM cake because for characters that I absolutely love and characters I absolutely hate. But first, I want to talk a bit about Dokomi because I did go this year and it was very, very good. Hey, I thought the Hear Me Out cake alone was a bit boring. All right, yeah, Choco, you know who else you're just friends with You do know the fart bot is just the little guys at the bottom of the screen. They're just to visualize you. You just choose to use the medium this way. But yeah, Krish, hi, welcome. How you doing? But yeah, the biggest thing that happened during Dokomi is I actually lost my phone. Not in the Dokomi itself, but at a tram station, basically. So half of the time I didn't even have my phone. Which is totally fine and alright. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I got it back. That's why I'm streaming. I didn't have it on Monday. If I had it on Monday, I gotta go with a partner now. Have fun stream. Bye bye man. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun with partner. If I did have my phone, I would probably have streamed on Monday. Even though I was really tired, but I didn't have my phone. I only got it on Tuesday. And I was very busy on Tuesday, so I didn't get to stream there. But I officially have a place to live now. Well, a different place to live. Well, I'll be moving to. Cool, right? Also, guys, can we please just appreciate all my cosplay? Wait. Can we just appreciate these fucking wings that I made? Can we please appreciate them? Because I didn't get enough appreciation for them. I worked so hard on them. Because it was hard. It was hard to make those wings. But I think they turned out really good. Also, I had long ears. Yeah. And the dress was just a Lolita dress I had. But other than that, it's like really, really... Yeah, it was very good. They had a bunch of very cute photo places. Hi, Neil, welcome! They had a bunch of very, very cute photo places where we took pictures at. And, the biggest thing was the karaoke. Oh my god, the karaoke was nice. Dokomi's karaoke is one of my favorite places to be at the Dokomi, I'm gonna be honest. How's it going? Apart from the internet thing, obviously. It's going good! I did get my phone back, so it's going great. Beautiful custom, by the way. Thank you so much. And yeah. By the way, here you cannot even really see the hairstyle, but I did not have any real bangs. The bangs were awful. The bangs were the worst part of this. I did have red eyes, but my eye makeup was so bad that I looked like I had, I didn't sleep in 3 years because Choco just has those eyes, man. So I'm glad I'm changing the design soon because I kind of cosplay her again. Did you see her eyes? Her eyes are not the same. And how was the wedding? The wedding was good. That was actually the theme, by the way. The theme for Lara and me, like our partner cosplay, was wedding. Because I had my white Lolita dress, which went great for the theme wedding, and Lara made her kimono. Very, very cute. There was actually one guy that during our day as VTuber cosplaying, did stop us and was like, hey, can I take a picture of you? And we're like, sure. I don't think he knew who we were, but he took a picture of us. And now some guy has a picture of Lara and me. Time to scour the internet and to fucking dox us. Totally trust. Other than that, we went out to eat every day, and it was so good. Like, all the food we ate was amazing. We once went to go eat Japanese, then American, and then Italian. And then I guess you could say Korean. Because on the last day we didn't go out to eat properly, we just went into a cafe. I mean, it only further proves that your cosplay is awesome. Well, like, Like, the face makeup just didn't hit. I did look dead. I did look really dead. Wait, maybe, let me just, go to a different screen so I can censor, oops it. So I can censor my face enough on a picture to show you my fucking eye makeup. Because my eye makeup was absolutely horrendous. I just have to scroll up to see. We had so many Chainsaw Man pictures as well. Do I not have any? I do not think I have any of these pictures here right now. Wait, did Lara post another? No, I think that was the only one she posted. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a quick little thingy where that is called I lose my tracking to send a picture to myself because I have 2 accounts, so I can use one to just send pictures to. Na 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 na. Because I do not want to dox my whole face. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that is a thing I don't want to do? Oh my god, phone, can you please be a bit quicker? Okay, I know my phone is slow as hell. It's because it's overheating, don't worry about it. My phone is alright and healthy. Why do you ask? Okay, it crashed. Discord crashed on my phone. SMH, come on. Come on. Oh god. Choco, you should dox yourself. Yeah! Totally trust. Also, a very nice part about the Dokomi this year. I'm sorry for the no tracking. I'm just gonna look you dead in the eyes and look like I had no fun at all. Another nice part was with how many people we got to, Discord has been so stinky on my phone. Hi, Sol! How's it going? I'm so sorry for the tracking loss currently. I am trying to find, to send myself a picture so I can censor it and show you guys my awful makeup for my own cosplay for the Dokomi. I had a picture here. Oh wait! I actually have a picture where I censored my face! At least the bottom part of my face, so you guys can even see my awful haircut. Okay, so, 1 second. Okay, tracking is back. So this was the picture, of my whole cosplay with Lara. This is fully censored, and the other one is a half face censor, because... I am unrecognizable enough there. Okay, now I downloaded... And now I open it. Open. Da-da-da. Open. See, I looked fucking dead here. Do you see? Do you see this? Do you see these fucking eye bags, dude? Absolutely disgusting and atrocious. Exactly. But other than that, I think my cosplay looked pretty alright. I had that ear, I had that. This wasn't a mirror, don't mind it. I had that ear, I had this thingy, I had so many things. This phone was lost half of the time. But yeah, this was my cosplay. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Hi, Vals! Welcome! How are you doing? Awesome cosplay, thanks! Yeah, the hardest part really were the wings. These wings were so uncomfortable to wear, but I think at the end of the day, they made all the difference, because without the wings, like, I don't think, like, anyone would have, anyone could recognize me, you know what I mean? Like, with the wings, it was alright. And during the Dokomi, we talked to a bunch of people. I once made wings out of trash bags for my Azazel cosplay. I made these out of cardboard. I basically, wait, let me zoom in a bit on the wing. I basically took a thin piece of cardboard, glued a white paper on both sides, and then just colored it with markers. That that was what I did. Hi, Eddie welcome. How's it going? Oh god, this is like moved way to the side. Why? I don't know how to move pictures. This is stressing me the fuck out. It's okay. How do you attach your wings? If you look, for example, at this... Oh god, I'm showing all the pictures. Help me. I need your assistance. No, you can't really see it here. Can you see it on here? Oh god, please stop it, GeForce. If you look back here, you can see I'm wearing a backpack. So basically, I attach the wings to my backpack. So I have like something they attach to, and they're on my back. So it was very innovative. I used duct tape on the whole of my back, and it was very hot. So my back got very sweaty. So it was very uncomfortable. But it was alright. I had Monster for the first time yesterday and found out I shouldn't take it after 6 p.m. the hard way. Yeah, because it has a bunch of sugar and caffeine in it. What did you expect? Did you expect to feel like alright after that? Like, come on. But yeah, my favorite part about the Dokomi really was the karaoke, because you gotta imagine, Dokomi karaoke is a different type of vibe. You just sit there. Half of the people there can't sing, but as soon as a song you know goes up there, you go to the front or you stay in the back, depends on how you want to do it, and just sing along. And there was one song, which was like, basically just a song about tits. I don't know if you guys know it. It's like called like Chi 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 Oppai or something like that, because that's just what they sing, like Chi 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 Oppai. It was like very insane, and like some people were singing along. Yeah, exactly that one. The boing, 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 and I was vibing to that. While my friend Laura didn't know the song, and I was dancing along to it, and she just looked at me like an insane person. That sounds kind of fun. It was really fun. I like the aspect I like the most is like basically in any song. You could just ask the people, hey, can I sing along? And the people were like, yeah, sure, grab a mic. And thus I did like the Oshinoko opening. We also requested a song. But, and the website tells you when the song will play approximately. But because they sometimes skip songs because no one is there to sing them, our song got pushed so much forward that we didn't actually arrive in time. So when we got there, our song was already skipped, and we asked the organizers, hey, excuse me, like this and that, that's how it went. And they were actually kind enough to push our song forward so we could sing it at the time where it was scheduled, which was really, really, really nice of the Dokomi staff. Like, we were so happy about that. And then we sang the Chainsaw Man opening in our Chainsaw Man cosplays, because I did cosplay Makima, and Lara cosplayed Femji. Female Denji. We just called her Femji. It was very fun. We got some very nice pictures out of it. Yes, she did touch my boobs for the Femji Makima vibe. It was very, very nice. I liked this year a lot more than the past few years I went, just because the company was better. I'm gonna be honest, the company was way better this year. And another nice thing was that we did actually talk to a lot of people. How nice, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm very happy too that it went this good this year. One thing I was kind of disappointed about is that near the end of the Dokomi, we went Saturday and Sunday, there's also Friday, but we realized there was an area with VTubers, but we missed it because it was nowhere on the official maps. Like, there was nowhere where it was like kind of like VTuber area or something like that. Even though there was an area specifically dedicated to VTubers where all the VTuber stalls were. So we just discovered it very close to closing. And we're very sad because I would have loved to go there earlier just to see what kind of VTubers there are. I mean, we did still take a stroll through there, but most events had already passed. That was one thing that was a bit sad. I wish they would have like, kind of like advertised it a bit better, because I remember one year where I went, where there was actually a whole building dedicated to the VTubers, but this year there wasn't, which is a bit sad, but you know, it's fine. But other than that, it was pretty good. We even went to the 18 plus section, which I gotta be honest. I mean, what do you expect in an 18 plus section? There were actually some things in the 18 plus section that kind of like surprised me, in the way that there were, for example, Kigurumi cosplayers there, like a stand where they explained what Kigurumi is. For those of you who don't know what Kigurumi is, you know, like fursuits, right? It's basically that, but for anime bodies. So you have like special suits that are just like skin colored, so you don't have any blemishes on your skin. You have masks very similar to furries, where it's just like an anime girl head most of the time. Stuff like that. And I was kind of disappointed that, I guess, that it was in the 18 plus area, because it is just a type of cosplay that you don't see very often, even though this year we did see like at least 10 of those cosplayers, which was very nice. I do like that type of cosplay, and I do want to do it someday, because I feel like it's very, very nice to do. But yeah, other than that, it was very good. We did walk a lot during those days, because in Domoki you just have to walk a lot. That's just a thing. I did take some pictures with some amazing cosplayers. There are a lot of amazing cosplayers at the Domoki, so it's very much so worth a visit. It's mostly just the mass of regular cosplay bits, Kigurumi. Yeah, I know, but you don't usually wear a suit like that. That's like the thing with Kigurumi. Also, a lot of Kigurumi cosplayers are like basically cross-dressing. Because we talked with a guy at the stand, and he was like, yeah, about 95% of all Kigurumi cosplayers are men cosplaying anime girls. And I was like, yeah, it kind of checks out. So it really is about like changing your body proportions as well. But I do like it. I do want to do it someday. It's just very, 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 very expensive. And I did look for merch for my favorite VTuber. I looked through every single art stall and found one singular thing. One singular thing. Like a keychain with their old design. Not even their new one, with their old design. What's so bad about cross-dressing for men dressing up as females or females as men? Oh, nothing at all. It's just like, I wanted to make a point about how, with furry thingies, you often try to change your body proportions, for example, for thicker thighs, and stuff like that. Like animal thighs, basically. And with Kigurumi, you also try to change your body proportions a lot, which you don't see that often in normal cosplay. Because, of course, people, for example, buy fake boob pads, or also try to like bind their chests if they cross-dress for cosplaying. But with Kigurumi, people buy legit suits to like also like, for example, pad their hips and stuff to get a more feminine figure, usually. So I was just trying to make a point about that Kigurumi is also like a lot about changing your body type a lot of the times, and also like just generally trying to cover your whole body, similar to furries. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with cross-dressing. I love it. I fucking love it when there is, for example, a big buff man cosplaying a little anime girl. It's just so funny to me. Like, I saw some very muscular Iron Mouse cosplayers, which is amazing. Wait a second. I need some fan support. I need a streamer who's doing Kigurumi stuff. You could try asking her or members of her Discord. The thing is, my issue is I want to just buy a shell, not a pre-made mask. And buying that would cost me about 200 euros alone without any of the additional materials. So I'm gonna pass for now. Other than that, I am probably gonna look into Taobao and stuff, because I heard the best place for Kigurumi is Taobao, like basically China. And you cannot really find anything outside, so I have to look into that. But not right now. I want to do it when I am financially a bit more stable. But yeah, that was basically my experience at Dokomi, which is very, very nice. I do like Dokomi, and I will go there next year as well. So if anyone wants to meet, hello, you can plan for next year probably. Definitely Saturday, Sunday. Friday, I cannot guarantee currently because I don't know if I'll have school on Friday. If I do, then difficult. So yeah, do you guys want to go over to the heart of today's program? Because I did plan a little thing. I did plan. Okay, I don't have to change my title. That's good. Because I'm just gonna do it in my art program because I found it the easiest to import all the pictures into. I'm currently wondering, should I cover like these side? Wait. Also, let me just take one quick thingy. Where is it? V-hand, so you guys can see me pointing and stuff. Because I don't have it on right now. My AM cake? Yes. Because I decided just to hear me out cake is a little bit too boring. So I decided to make 2 cakes. One cake for controversial characters that I really like, mostly romantically. And 1 cake for the characters I absolutely despise, which, I want to preface this, does not mean that that it has to do something with romantic stuff. I just don't like them at all as a character. That was my intention behind those things, and Wait, I even put down some rules here so you guys know. Oh god, you can barely read them, I believe. That is a real shame. I'm just gonna read it for you. 1 second. Let me open the hand, so, that is there. There we go! See, now you have my hand on here. Isn't that... It's gone. Isn't that amazing? Okay, wait, let me... Exactly now. So we got some rules. From top to bottom. I picked my weirdest or most controversial picks. That means I tried to pick characters that everybody hates, for example, or where I know they don't have a large fan base, and put them in my Hear Me Out cake. Or I picked characters that I know many people do like, and picked them in my for my AM cakes. Those are not all of the characters that I like or dislike. I just, the list was getting, like, I have picked, I believe, 16 characters, which I do want to talk about in length. So, we have quite a bit here, and I didn't want to make it any longer, because, for example, I mean, a character like Flock from Attack on Titan, who everybody universally hates, is not gonna be a hot take. I want my hot takes to be on here, and I want to defend myself, and I want you guys, if you have a differing opinion, to absolutely try to bash me, so we can have like a back and forth on characters that we do or do not like basically battling each other out. So feel free to battle. My AM cake has nothing to do with romance, but them as characters and or their writing. So, for example, if I do not like how they are executed in the story, I have put them on my AM cake. And if I, for example, it's just like I didn't like the characters or how they were written. All characters are aged up if they're on the Hear Me Out cake, because there is one character that is definitely underage, but in my defense, when I fell in love with that character, I was 12 and that character is 12. So it kinda was okay back then. Just promise it won't be, but they're cute, so I like them over and over during the long debate. No, don't worry about it. It's gonna be probably more like they're toxic, so I like them. probably gonna be a little bit of a different argument there. So yeah, all characters are aged up, so I would not be attracted to those characters if they are, like, for example, 12 years old, only if they are adult and look like adults. Very important. Wanted to preface this. And no hate to the makers of any of those stories, even if they end up on the AM cake. This is just purely for fun and entertainment. So, do not cancel me on Twitter, please. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, alright? Alright? Please, can we agree? Can we agree on this? Okay, thank you very much. So, let us begin. I'm gonna keep the rules up, but I'm gonna make them smaller, if that is alright with you guys. Because they are taking up quite a bit of space, and they look ugly as fuck because I cannot write properly. Oh god! Because I cannot write properly. Choco's not literate. This size is a bit better. I hope you guys can read this. If not, you can just ask me what it says. Mama Choco's gonna read it for you. Time to cancel Choco on Twitter now! Please! So, the first character I picked is... By the way, I am not going to do them in order. I'm gonna show you the character, and then I'm going to discuss them, and then I'm gonna put them on a cake. So, this is... Oh my god, can you please show up? Clara! Also, some of these may contain a little bit of spoilers. I'm gonna try not to spoil too much. This is Clara from Maribashita Iruma-kun. And basically what her character is like, for those of you who don't know her, she's a pretty childish character. That basically just likes to play and really loves her friends. So she's a very, very nice girl. And, I absolutely hate her. Now, the reason I hate her is how she's portrayed in the story. As being a very, very childish character. But then, especially during some arcs with, like, a succubus teacher, that succubus teacher is like, oh, her cuteness makes her sexy. Excuse me, she acts like a fucking 6-year-old. What do you mean it makes her sexy? What do you mean? Yeah, you cannot play both of those cards. You cannot just say she is cute and childish and everybody sees her as a little sister and then say she's sexy for that. That's why I do not like her. Also, I feel like a lot of her comedy just doesn't click for me, because a lot of her comedy dumps down to, oh, she just acts like a child, which, like I said, I don't really like that aspect of character. I feel like they could have written a weirdo character better than that. Way better than that. So, hi Dan! Welcome! How's it going? I have no idea who that is, but I can see why I haven't seen the show. Yeah. But the show itself is very, very good. I do like it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's just that I do not like the character, even though I know there are some people that really like her character. I just don't like her. How are you doing? I'm doing very good. I got my phone. I signed a contract for a place to live in a month. Wow. Things are going great. Also, my internet is gonna get better in a month because I'm gonna be probably streaming in my other apartment. I just have to see how to get how to apply for a second apartment due to taxes, Germany and taxes. So, yeah, basically I don't like Clara just because of how she's portrayed in her media as, like I said, you're a 6-year-old mentally, a 16-year-old physically, but you are sexy because you are a cute 16-year-old. The fuck you mean? She acts like she's 6. Her whole family acts like they're 6. Except for the, one younger brother, and, maybe the father. I haven't seen the father. Probably the father also doesn't act like that. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm very concerned for that family. They probably have some kind of brain damage, in a funny way, but still. Okay, next character. is gonna be aged up for the sake of the argument. This is Alois Trancy. Okay, wait, I have to reposition Clara because I kind of thought she'd be in the back. No, she's gonna be in the front. He's from Black Butler, and, he's a by Hear Me Out cake. So, why would I put him on my Hear Me Out cake? Listen to his character, to me describing his character. He's a little sadistic guy who absolutely cannot control his mood swings, and often lashes out at people in a moment's notice. He's very toxic and physically hurts many different people. What's the thing on the rat cake? Wait, let me show you. Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits and wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of miles, it would not equal 1/1000th of the hate I feel for you at this micro-instant. For humans at this micro-instant. For you. Hate. It's actually my hate cake. It's my AM cake. I have no mouth, I must scream. Yes. I thought it was funny to take it as my hate cake. So yeah, he's a sadistic little shit. You're making cake. Hell yeah, I'm making it. Hello, Milky God. How's it going? How you doing? Welcome. Feel free to debate if you like or dislike any characters. We have a hear me out cake, and we have my AM cake, because these are characters I just do not like. Mainly for their writing, but also sometimes for some of the choices made in the story with them. What AM? AM is a character from the story I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream that basically hates all of humanity, and he has a very famous speech here. Hey, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved in each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of miles, it would not equal 1/1000th of the hate I feel for humans at this micro-instant. For you, hate. So it's basically a supercomputer that hates all of humanity. Which, like, kind of relatable at this point. You hate me? Not you. But the characters on this cake. But yeah, Milky God, how are you doing? It's just that I wanted a cake where I put all the characters I like and another cake where I put all the characters I dislike. Kind of like a smash or pass, but without like really passing those characters and more of executing those characters, writing them out of the story or rewriting them entirely. So basically, we have a frick cake and a guillotine cake. So execution. Publicly execute them now. Basically. Characters from what shows? Mainly fictional, smash or obliterate. Exactly! There's only these types of extras today. Basically characters from anime, and one real-life show that I've watched recently. I just picked, like, some random characters that I kept in the back of my brain. I have a big cake, but what are we talking... What are we talking about again? Hi, Jumpy! Welcome! Yeah, we're talking about, characters I'd fuck and characters I'd, burn at the stake. So I have 2 cakes for them today. So basically just some anime that I watched, and others are just from some, from some show that I've seen as well. So basically just fictional characters. Should go smash or pass, except pass is obliterate. Exactly. Pass is fucking execution. And so, Alois, I don't know how you pronounce. I don't know, but I do love cake. Put the Hear Me Out cake on the Hear Me Out. Or the Hear Me Out cake. Perfect. Would you guys fuck a cake if you had the option to? As a woman, I probably wouldn't, but as a man, I can imagine that could work. So I kind of wonder. I don't think I would if I could. I think I'd probably just eat it. Wait, would eating a cake without like a fork and knife be like giving the cake oral? I mean, a peanut butter jar is also well anyway. Oh my god. Did you guys read the one thing about fucking watermelons or fucking coconuts or something like that? Oh god, I remember a very bad copy paste about a guy fucking a coconut, but it was like already like rotten. Yeah, I remember that. There are a lot of people who fuck things they shouldn't fuck. But more men than women. Yeah, metallic dick. Did I hear that right? Fuck the cake. Yeah, right now for some reason we started talking about fucking foods. I don't even know why. I think I started that conversation. I apologize. To anyone eating right now, do not get any ideas, please. Fuck or eat a cake. Which sort of cake? Good question. Good question. You can answer it with your heart. Follow your dreams. Except if those dreams are illegal, then do not follow them. Only follow the dreams that are legal. There is a subreddit named food porn. I mean, I guess there's two definitions of food porn. One food porn is like, oh, it's just so fucking good. The other food porn is like, food porn. Illegal dreams suck. Yeah. Put those illegal dreams in a cage and never let them out. And possibly get help for them because they're not healthy. Guys, it's so weird. I think I still didn't wake up from my nap. What do I mean? You're totally woken up, aren't you? You're so awake right now. Do not go killing people, please. This is not a dream! I say, as I am the dream broadcaster, broadcasting a dream. There are always consequences and they're always bad. Exactly! I didn't know I would get cooked by a cake. You got cooked by a cake? How'd that work? Did the cake watch? Did you just have a cake in the room and the cake watched? Or no, were you in the room and watched someone with a cake? So I can put any fictional characters into the Hear Me Out cake. I mean, yeah. I guess so. These are just my Hear Me Outs, but we can totally discuss your guys' Hear Me Outs as well. You just have to give a character description. I'm going to be giving character descriptions as well to justify why I like or dislike someone. For example, Eloise, why do I like him? He's a sadistic little fuck. Very mentally unstable. Very greedy and selfish. And I mean, what more do you want? Can it be a category or tags? I mean, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by category or tags? Do you want to put a whole category out there? Hell, I'm putting yandere on the Hear Me Out. Because too many people underappreciate yandere's SMH. Basically, all of the characters here have yandere potential, that's why I like them. The Spiral Head Girl from the Junji Ito collection. Wait a second. What do you want to do with the spiral head girl? What do you want to do with her? What more do you want? Cuddles, love, sweet talk. Yandere sometimes do that. After like breaking all of your limbs and then being like, nah, you just love being here, don't you? And you're just like crying, shitting, vomiting all over the place, being like, please let me leave. And they're like, nah. What more can you want? Estet's from Akami Got Killed. She's sadistic, tortures, kills people for fun, but damn, she's hot. No. I personally see those kinds of traits not as a, like, I like them despite those traits, but I like them because of it. And a lack of pain, preferably. You want a lack of pain? Come on, you can't have everything. You gotta pick your battles. Okay, I have another character here. By the way, I didn't sort these characters. Well, I did sort them to be, like, not in order. Oh, yeah, the entirety of the Seven Deadly Sins main cast, except for Escanor. All of the AM cake basically, I mainly see them as in... I want vanilla, bro, and I'm the only one? Nah, I want my ice cream pain flavored. More of a tsundere, no Merlin. No, Merlin! No, wait. I have my reasons. So, first of all, I mainly see them as in their canonical ships, because they do have canonical ships. This guy is dating a girl who looks like she is 10 at most. And don't come at me with it, oh, she's 300 or 3,000 years old. She looks like she's 10. She kind of behaves like she's 10. So in my book, she is 10. Now, these two, he looks like he's 10, first of all. So there's also this. But even if we ignore the fact that he looks like he's 10, they met at an age where he was an adult, she was a literal child, and Milky God, thank you so much for the follow, and they fell in love, and she only loves him because of the childhood crush, and he fell in love with her when she was still a child, which is in my book kind of pedophilia, but okay. So, do we even have to talk about these guys? Sure, I guess you could make the point that in the past it was a cute romance, but not when he was actively involved in her childhood ever since she was born, held her as an infant and said, "Do not touch my woman! For the infant as the woman, you cannot tell me that is okay. That is a very questionable thing, and I do not like it. I feel very uncomfortable with that." So, then we have Escanor Merlin. Why do I hate Escanor? Wait, I don't hate Escanor, because Escanor, I believe, didn't really go for Merlin after he found out that Merlin is a child. And Merlin, knowing that she is a child, actively went after Escanor and dresses like that. She's like 14 years old canonically, I believe. She's dressing as if she is way more adult than she actually is, which I feel very, very uncomfortable with. And the pig I just don't like because the pig is unfunny, and I do not feel anything for the pig. When the pig was not doing good, I cheered. I didn't like the pig at all. So basically, the entirety of the Seven Deadly Sins cast is on my AM cake because I just do not like how they were portrayed in the story, with mainly their ships being always very, very problematic. So isn't it? So this anime is about adults falling in love with teens. I get the feeling. Oh wait, I also forgot. One character here. This guy, the Goatson. I don't remember his name right now. I would like him in most cases. But this is one of the rare cases where even he went a bit too far for me. Because he brainwashed a girl into forgetting everything about herself and actually hating her only living relative just to find out what love feels like, because he doesn't know what love is. Like, come on, you could have done it better, dude. You don't make them hate everyone else. You just make them love you so much that, they destroy their own life. You don't destroy their own life. You don't destroy their life that way. You do it in different ways. So, while maybe if he was written a little differently, would have been my type, not here. Plus, he looks a bit too femboyish for me, personally. Hi, Bloodstone! How you doing? I want 0 to 0 from Down in the Frags. This holy shit, she's top and she'll give you vanilla love. I want the most cold hear me out take on the surface of the earth. For real, give me something controversial. Huh? Why is there a child there? For the rules of this hear me out, every character on the hear me out cake is aged up. On the my AM cake, like the hate cake, it doesn't matter if they're aged up or not. Because I'm basically here I'm looking at the characters. As in like why I like them. Here I'm looking at the characters why I hate them, and it often has something to do with the story. What do you have against femboys? Not my taste. Is the right one hate cake? The right one is a hate cake. Because it has AM on it. It's just AM on it. Why do you hate the child? Which child? This one? The green-haired one? Or the one on this poster? Yes, the green-haired one. Okay, so, the reason I don't like her is because in her anime and in her media in general, she is portrayed like a child. She is 17, by the way. She's like high school, right? Or not 17, but at least like 15, right? She is like basically a teenager that acts like a 6-year-old. And, she is sexualized for it. She is sexualized for being mentally a 6-year-old, which I do not like. Her whole family is like that, like the very, very young and immature type. But it was legit told by a succubus teacher that her being very cute and innocent, which is not just cute and innocent, it's her acting childish. The only things on her mind are playing and having friends. It was said in the anime that aspect of her made her sexy. Which is why I don't like her character, just because of how the story sometimes sexualizes her. Exactly. That's why I don't like her. They do what? I've seen Highlander. Yeah, some of the characters, yeah, they're the list, bro. What the fuck? Like, the anime itself is very good. Her character oftentimes is not sexualized, but the scenes where she is, I feel very uncomfortable by, so I do not like her character. I thought it was just her trying to rizz up Iruma. I mean, she does try it, but they literally say that, her being this cute and isn't childish makes her sexy. Like, the succubus teacher did say that. I remember that line because it always makes me super uncomfortable. So, yeah, I just don't like that. I feel like if they put that away, it would be better. But I don't like how they, at the same time, try to make her into a love interest and into basically the little sister of the group. Because you have to pick and choose. If you want her to be young and perceived by the other ones as very immature and young and basically mentally a 6-year-old, then you do that. But if you want her to be a love interest, you have to show her trying to mature as well, because otherwise it's just very, very weird. I mean, there are people who act very immature, but people who are into that are often very exploitative of those people, and often very fetishizing of that, like, innocence and immaturity. So I just feel very uncomfortable by them doing that to her. So I oftentimes don't like it when she's on screen in scenes where it is supposed to be very romantic-esque. Exactly. So, next character. I present to you. This is a very silly screenshot I picked of him. Well, not silly screenshot, but, you know. Hear me out. Eva 01. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Could you describe? But yeah, this guy, for those of you who don't know, he's from Tokyo Ghoul. And, his character is that he got a lurk. Thanks so much for the lurk, Bloodstone. Thank you. Evangelion mech. Ah, interesting. Eats up with his mouth. The one that Shinji pilots. I haven't watched Evangelion, guys. I haven't watched it. I'm sorry. I'm uneducated. But yeah, this guy's from Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, we are time proportions. For real. But he's from Tokyo Ghoul. And basically, his main plot point is that he just wants to eat the main character. He's just obsessed with the main character. He wants to eat them and devour them. And because he's a gourmet and he just wants to eat the most delectable type of meat, and thus he wants to eat him. And many people hate his character. But okay, I do find in some fiction war cut into pieces and dead. Cut into pieces and dead. It's not war, it's like literally devouring piece by piece. I feel like that can work. For me, at least. It's just another type of love, a very toxic one where the other person will not survive. But imagine, it has X potential. Also, it would explain, it would be like one reason they fall in love. So Gora, who's Gora? I don't know who Gora is. I just know, God, I don't even remember his name properly. Wait, I wrote it down for this. His name is Tsukiyama. Yeah, I know that a lot of people don't like him, but for me personally, because of his good looks, first of all, plus his just like classy style, he's like very classy about it. Okay, Goro Gore? Could be. I don't know. But yeah, due to his classy style, the angst potential, and just like generally, hear me out at Tracy Duker. Who's that? I don't know, is that a fictional character? If not on the Hear Me Out cake, please. But if it's a fictional character, sure. Yes, Goro, the term for gore porn. Ah! The shop from eugenics. You would? Personally, I wouldn't, but you would. Listen, let me think. From eugenics? Oh, Butch. Definitely Butch. I would Butch. Butch is one of the characters I would, but I feel like it's not that much of a hot take. I tried to put my hottest takes on here, guys. And this guy, I did read some fan fictions about him, and they made me feel some types of ways. And guys, it'll only get worse, trust me. This is not even the weirdest one yet. Okay, wait, let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, it's up here. Next character is Mutan Kibutsuji from Demon Slayer. The main antagonist of the whole series. Whose main thing is that he's evil and irredeemable, and, Michael Jackson, no! He's evil and irredeemable and eats people and just does it for the heck of it, basically. Yeah, hear me out. Please, I need myself a classy man who can rock modern and medieval looks. Because, oh my god, does he like just make demons and do nothing else? He made all the demons. He killed a bunch of people. He's not above kidnapping and eating a little girl to get her powers. And yeah, I just generally like him just for the toxic aspects. And him being like the leader of this evil organization. So Michael Jackson's joined forces with the state. Dude, that make my Hear Me Out as non-controversially attractive people. I have some of those as well. No, I just try to take characters who are also sometimes considered to be just despicable by the fandom. I do have some characters that are sometimes really liked by the fandom. But for me, I just took characters that I like and maybe just generally controversial. The next one is a double hitter. Because I like both versions. Because I like this version and this version. The only non-anime media on here. This is the main antagonist of Stranger Things later seasons. And honestly, I like both of them. He could have me. He could. He has tentacles in this one as well. Come on. I don't play Fortnite, but there's some really good real making hot furry woman clip that! Someone clip that! But yeah, this guy is Henry. Turns after those tentacles I see. A little bit. Flesh Voldemort! I mean, kinda. I mean, I guess Voldemort kinda, just because he's so, like, strong. But his no-nose, like, this guy also has no-nose, but I feel like this guy's rocking it with more style. This guy just looks like he's skinned, and that is totally alright for me. But Voldemort, he just looks like he has, like, he, like, accidentally, quote unquote, went into radioactive waste, went out, washed it off, and every, like, important part of his body fell off. That's what it feels like to me. But yeah, the reason I like him is because, like I said, like many other characters, he's classy. He rocks his style, especially, like, in, this form. And the thing I really like about him is how he is an antagonist, puts some of the protagonists to sleep to basically, like, harvest their energy. I find villains like that very interesting, where they show you a false world, because that has very big genre potential in showing you a false perfect world as everything else falls apart. Please, I need someone like that, who just basically tells me everything is okay, even though it's not, and to me everything is okay until I die. Wait, Fortnite is a game? I look, genuinely didn't know it was actually a game till 2 months ago. Damn. Delusions, huh? Kinda, yeah. I do like those characters that give me delusions or are delusional. Delulu's the Salulu. That's what I like to say. Okay. You guys were just talking about not conventionally attractive people? Well, there you go. Because he's on my Hear Me Out cake. So, this is the main villain from My Hero Academia. And for those of you who don't know, he is a despicable, fucking disgusting human being who's solely after power, who thinks everything in the world just belongs to him, and he has the right to do anything he wants to just because he's so strong, and I love him for that. He abused his brother. He abused a child. He ruined a child's life just because he was like, I need an apprentice, basically. And yeah, this guy has all the power. He could lock me up, and if I tried to escape, I wouldn't get far, just because he would, like, fucking break my body entirely. He gets very big. I could turn you into a blob and still love you and just have power over you, basically. And I fucking love the power trip. That's the main reason he's on my Hear Me Out cake, because of the fucking power trips. No, that's a Hear Me Out. No, that is a Hear Me Out, because so many people don't like him. Can you zoom in a little? I genuinely can't see what's there. Oh, this guy. Oh, wait a second. That's him. This is his face, and this is his hand. Plus, there are some scenes that show him before he got injured like this, and he did also look good in these, but honestly, I did just generally like him as a character. What do you think of Shigaraki? Oh, I think I forgot to download his picture. Wait, did I? 1 second. Yeah, wait, 1 second. I actually forgot to download 2 pictures, because I had a couple of people for My Hero Academia. 1 second. Pictures. As always, I try to take official art because I don't like taking fan art for these types of things. Okay. Come on, please. Can I Can I please download this? Please be a JPEG or something. You're not a JPEG! Fuck you! I like JPEGs or PNGs the most. I want to get one where his mask is on. That would be great. Can I just get like a screenshot or something? Come on. Also not a fucking... Just give me a JPEG, dude! Stop giving me WebP thingies. I don't like them. WebP? More like WebPP. Haha, get it? Because no one likes them? Okay, PNG. Okay, we can take this one. And we can also take, Just give me a moment. Just give me a second. Please tell me I can take this picture. Please, please, please. Yes. Safe. Okay. Okay, well let me catch up with things a bit. I thought those instant noodles were his hair. He was just looking down or something. No. Now I also would drag their nuts through a desert of glass just to hear the favorite character fart and what. Everyone raise their. What? 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 Okay, the next one, Deco or whatever his name is from My Hero Academia as well. If it's him, I already know you're putting on. Wait a second, we are getting to everything, guys. Shush, it's gonna be just be patient. Oh yeah, I did somehow I used a generator to get a number order, but I guess they grouped all the My Hero Academia characters together. Okay, first of all, since I was asked about it, fucking wrong thingy, right thingy. Here I have to go to import image. I guess I'm just gonna import both of them because they're gonna be here in a second anyways. Okay, but let's start with Shigaraki. Because honestly, yeah, he's on my Hear Me Out kick. Now let us make him over the age of 18, right? Mentally unstable. Power trips? Could fucking disintegrate your limbs? So you cannot escape? Come on! Put yourself on the case, peak egotism. What do you mean putting myself? I am not like him. I also like that he's kind of a loser. I did read some Shigaraki fanfiction. I didn't find a lot of good ones because a lot of the fanfictions do make him into more of a crybaby than I believe he is. He is capable of doing some devious. Also, don't forget his hands. That true. What those hands be doing? I'm not like him. I don't have blue hair. The devious Choco redesign. The devious Choco redesign. Fuck, I'm gonna be rocking half of the Shigaraki hairstyle. Fuck nah. Wait a second. No. This can't be happening. Leech Devil from Chainsaw Man. God, what does the Leech Devil look like? I have read a lot of Chainsaw Man. I don't think I've heard too much about the Leech Devil though. Leech Devil, Chainsaw Man. Oh, that one! I mean, I personally wouldn't. Isn't it the hotel one? No. It's the big worm one. It's the big worm one near the beginning where they just meet, Power and her cat. That's the Leech Devil. The one with the big tits and the nipples hanging out. I thought it was the Worm Devil, but Leech Devil makes kind of a lot more sense. Personally, I wouldn't be too much into that because there isn't much characterization for them. But, I mean, if they got the right characterization, maybe. Next character. Bit of a more controversial My Hero Academia pick. Kaichisaki. Now, you guys might think, why is he more controversial than the other ones? This one is a villain like the other ones. While he did torture a child over and over and over and over and over again. But, I mean, that is the only red flag I kind of, like, see that I personally would not like. But other than that, like, yeah, give me that guy. Because I really do, I remember reading especially one fanfiction page for him, where they basically did a lot of medical yandere for him, which is one type that I really do enjoy. Oh, it's the same as Glam Rock Freddy. Way to go, superstar. He would peck at you to wake up. No. He's like a germaphobe, big time. So he's obsessed with cleanliness, and I can expect him if he would be a yandere. Oh my, which basically everyone in my Hear Me Out cake, I just see their yandere potential because those are the types of characters I'm into. Gregory, you need to vent. I know it will be hard to be sus. Oh, germaphobe, my guy! Exactly right, that's why he wears that mask. One, because of his, like, villain image, but two, because he's a germaphobe. And wants to, like, cleanse the world. Which is like, come on. A medical guy, kind of like my vibe. I'm into those medical guys. So medical yaneres and stuff, definitely, which he very well could be. And he could also basically kill you and revive you over and over and over and over again. And that torture method is one of my favorites in fiction because that one really hits the spot and brings the point across. I remember one time in D&D, that actually happened to my character, where his father, like, kept killing him and reviving him, and was very much so, absolutely, wait. I'm gonna bet on red. Uncle Uguisu from Call of the Night is an extremely hot character. We're not just talking about hot. I personally am talking about problematic characters that not everyone likes, but that I love personally, and that you guys may love. Fuck, it's black. Of course. Oh, losing some of my savings. Man. Okay. But I think we talked about why I like those characters, right? So next character is actually also from My Hero Academia. It's Deku, and he goes on the hate cake. Not because he's particularly like unlikable, but just genuinely annoying and cringe, especially. In My Hero Academia, you know which seasons I liked the most? I liked the least? The ones I liked the least are the ones where he has the most screen time. The seasons I liked the most were the ones that, for example, focused on the villains. Or focused on another, like, totally, irredeemable character. But the ones where it focuses solely on him is just peak shonen, where it's too hopeful for me. He's too naive for me. And I remember, at the end of the series, a very emotional moment. And he tries to bring in comedy. Come on. Sarah looks like stereotypical lesbian hair. Dang it, hear me out? Yeah. Hear me out on characters I like and dislike. Also, I probably should shift this guy a bit. Because I use screenshots for a lot of these, it's hard to, like, really frame them all properly so everyone fits, unfortunately. Wait, let me put him, maybe, yeah, let me put, Shigaraki in front of him, so I can put him to the side here, and then Shigaraki in the middle. Yeah, this is better, and then I can take All for One, and put him more to the side. There we go, okay. May I suggest one? Sure, go ahead, say your hear me out. Young runner from R34 says where he gets pegged by that blonde crazy woman. Oh, you mean, Deku? Oh, usually it's, he gets shipped with his arch nemesis, quote unquote. Deku. No, not Deku, Bakugo. We're just basically a guy who bullied him for most of his life, which is totally okay and fine, trust. But yeah, I just do not like Deku because he's so simple and naive and everything works out for him. I do like him sometimes in the later seasons, but genuinely, I find many of the scenes he's in just worse. Way worse. Bakugo is the one with the explosions. The fiery one, the fire ice one is Todoroki. Okay, next characters, because this is a double hitter again. This is Kirito and Asuna from Sword Art Online, and dare I say, fuck them. Come on, you cannot give me Kirito and make his only characteristic being overpowered. His only characteristic is being overpowered and having his girl stolen. The fuck you mean? He's not fucking Mario! He cannot do a Mario with getting his girl stolen all the time, yet he does! Like, come on. Look, I'm not gay, but Astolfo and Felix are hot. Oh, I have to agree. That one I can see. That one, maybe, those are the only two femboys I kinda would, honestly. Well, it wasn't the excessive liquid tag and food attack. Well, it could be Bakugo, it could be also his mother, because they look nearly identical. Sister, just another me. Those are the only two femboys where I would be like, yeah, they could get it. They could get it. I guess maybe I would peg them. Maybe. Not too sure on my stance on pegging yet. But yeah. Fuda is not the same as pegging, exactly. Okay, but yeah. Those two, I think, are pretty self-explanatory because a lot of people don't like Sword Art Online as well. But for me, it's mainly like that the main appeal of them as characters is like their romance, which is non-existent most of the time. What the fuck you mean that runner from Tokyo Ghoul? Oh, cringe! Oh. You haven't been here for a while, huh? He has been like my second or third pick. You're not the first, not the second. New fanboy from marriage talks and goes crazy. Hi Shadow, welcome. How's it going? You're the 15th streamer in Smash. Oh my god, really? Then why can't I find any fan fiction for him? Why don't the Spike Streamers want to smash him? I mean, I remember one of my favorite Yandere fan fictions for a while being like, one where the main Yandere literally tries to cannibalize his love interest. So what do you expect? I guess for me there's just something so romantic about someone like, eating part of you just for the excuse of like, oh, so you're with me always. You know what I mean? Because you streamers only consume yaoi, not write it. Hey, I'm not into yaoi. I'm into X-Reader. Big difference. I only like things where I can insert myself and torture myself, not other people. Other people is unethical. Myself is very much so ethical. They aren't with you always. You shit them out all sooner or later. Looks chook in horny jail. Shush! This is my hear me out! You guys are here because you want to see my degeneracy! Admit it! Eating them all makes them go away after a bit. I'm getting reminded of my Character AI addicted friend. Character AI sucks. There's genuinely, like, more ethical websites than that. Because Character AI is one of the AI websites that I would not recommend anyone use just because, of their model of legit, first of all, marketing towards children, and they admit it. Second of all, they also, do not try to tone down on the addiction factor like many others. Choco, let me, hear me out. Nothing there in Blue Star from Lottery Corporation. Wait a second. Lobotomy Corp, Blue Star. Blue Star, you said? Images. Okay, so the one thing that is literally just legs and feet and nothing there. And the one thing that's just a mountain of flesh. Okay. I mean, Hushkasu, those are your picks. Those are your picks, not mine. So was it feet? Well, Vance, I think you're gonna like Blue Star. Judging by your reaction, at least. Okay, but Kirito and Asuna I just genuinely do not like because... Come on, they're not Mario and Peach. Mario and Peach, at least they, Shadow, stop it! Guys, please, stop being down bad for feet. I won though, but I wanted your reaction. But you guys can also send in your hear me outs, and that means people you absolutely would or would not. People you would put on the hear me out cake or on the AM cake. Yeah, those two they're not fucking Mario and Peach. They're just like, oh look, I'm every 12-year-old boy's fantasy of being super strong, and I'm getting cocked all the time because my girl keeps getting kidnapped for some reason. M-Cake Melting Love from Love Corp. Is that the slime girl? Can we get the witness from Destiny 2, the final shape? I'm not putting extra images on this because this would be a bunch of work, guys. But they're gonna be immortalized in chat. Alright? Yeah! Did you know they gave the Mega Evolution of low punny ripped thighs? Ripped tights? Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand the hype about like a low punny and Vaporeon. Maybe I'm just not a guy. But I'm not into them. I'll be so for real, Kirito's best scene was the one where he was disabled in a wheelchair. The thing is also, like, with Asuna, I just hate how in the beginning they tried to still make her into a character, and after a while she just devolved into, oh yeah, she gets kidnapped and also nearly raped all the time. But come on. Nah, She was more than that in the beginning, but the fact that they just devolved her into just the love interest, I hate that. You clearly haven't seen the R34 versions of them. There's official versions. Jesus Christ. And the Rule 34 versions, yeah. He was trying to or farming while being disabled. Wild sentence! Wild sentence. Also, yes, they did not need to violate her with tentacles. Exactly right? Like, there's just so many very questionable plot points in that anime, with especially those two, that I just do not agree with. Okay, next character! Very excited. Mitsuri from Demon Slayer! She is the reason the AM cake exists. Hate. Let me tell you how much I hate Mitsuri from Demon Slayer. Oh, boob girl. So, the reason why I hate her so much is because they try to portray her as a deep-ass character, even though she is just a fucking fan service character. If they just made her into a fan service character, that would be fine. But they wanted to give her a sob story where I was supposed to feel emotionally attached to her. Where also she's a fucking Mary Sue. No one can tell me she's not a Mary Sue. Her only flaws are OTH, I eat a bit too much. Okay, girl, you're not getting any fatter. Like, being fat is the only reason people dislike people who eat a lot, which, personally, I don't mind people who are a bit overweight. I just do not agree with normalizing that when it's legit unhealthy. But saying, oh, one of my flaws is that I eat a lot, but also I don't get fat, like, I don't see what the issue is. Except if you're, like, poor, but she would have married into an all-right family, and her family could afford it, so she would probably not marry into a lower caste. Also, another one, oh, I'm too strong. Okay. She's not a muscle woman. I would have loved for her to be a muscle woman, because that is not a body type people find just generally attractive. Which I love for her. If, like, her main plot point is that she wants to find love, so make her not conventionally attractive. Make her unconventionally attractive or something like that. But don't make her conventionally attractive, show her fucking tits and thighs all the time, and expect me to feel bad for her, quote-unquote, not finding a man when she is just boob anime girl number 17,000. Please! Also, her personality is just so bland. She has nothing that would be unlikable, which makes her unlikable to me, because there are no perfect people. Give her some real legit flaws. Like, make her grumpy or something like that. Fucking something except for being nice, submissive, and breedable. Come the fuck on. That's why I don't like her. They try to portray her as a deep character, even though she is not. So please, just visually changing her from being super conventionally attractive to being not conventionally attractive would, bam, change the whole thing. Breast breathing. Fucking so true. But yeah, that's the reason I hate her, just because if they would have changed her character to, not be conventionally attractive, she would be an amazing fucking character and a great commentary on society, but she is just not. She's just not. Okay, let me catch up with some of these because I was caught rambling there. The person who pulls me out of Kid from Gayverse will be Karate Kid. Who pulls you out? No, I did like Kid's character design, honestly. She was very cute. That reminds me about Mary Sue. Yes, that's her real name from the movie Tanya the Evil Saga. I actually have to watch Tanya the Evil. I haven't yet, unfortunately. I tried, I believe, but I haven't really gotten into it. Not even All Might can pull me out. Okay, Da-da-da. It was such a mess. Actually, no, my steak jujutsu and my lobster buttery. But yeah, I believe she would have been better if she was a muscle mommy or something like that. I gotta see the anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious honkers. A real son of a dog. Yeah, that's basically every like not every but most isekai writers nowadays. No hate to them. There is definitely a niche for that. Personally, not my taste at this point. Actually, since you did a Tokyo Ghoul 1 opinion on Hiname's mom, wait, I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul in a while. Tokyo Ghoul? Honestly, would. Yeah, would. Yeah, she's pretty hot, yeah. Yeah, I would. But she's not that controversial, that's why I didn't put her in. Like, I didn't put in that many characters just because I have a lot of cold takes, and I wanted to put in my hot takes, you know? Things people may disagree with. And things you are free to disagree on. We can discuss it in length. Isn't every anime hot, Mom? She does horrifically and is married, Choco. I don't care. Just because there is a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Since when did that stop us, guys? Come on. Okay, next character. Which one was that? Oh, yeah. Hate tier. Definitely hate tier. Oh my god. Oh my god. In the later seasons, especially, I hate 11. 11 is from Stranger Things. It's one of the protagonists, and she's the only one with basically superpowers. And the way they wrote her, I understand being socially inept in the first few seasons because she was locked up for nearly her entire life. But her only characteristic is crying. She doesn't do anything in the later seasons. I watched the whole thing. She just cries and cries and cries. And no hate on the actor. She did amazing, especially for her age. I just hate the writing that didn't do anything with her beyond being a plot device to basically defeat the big bad evil guys because no one else would be able to do it. Also, how often did she return? Come on! At some point, she just has to be dead. Jesus Christ, just kill a character for once. That was one of my major flaws in Stranger Things. Just kill some important characters, please. Near the end, they had like 16 characters fighting for their lives for some screen time. So I didn't care about any of them anymore. The first few seasons were good because they had not that many characters, so you could get into their character arcs. Later on, you have too many characters. I just don't care about them anymore. Genuinely. Like, especially 11. I just hate how they keep her, like, being socially inept and dumb and stuff like that, even though they could have done so much more with her. She could have been more than a plot device. I believe that the writers just fucked up royally in the later seasons. I know they made a revolver shooting have bullet casing drop cells in the last scene. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I just know that a lot of the CGI was not that good. Plus the writing was just... The writing was not good, let's just say that. Okay, next character. God, I'm running out of space here. Makima from not Demon Slayer, Jesus Christ. I can't, my brain is fried, man. From Chainsaw Man. They both have demons, that's why it was in my head. And I'm not talking about early season Makima. I'm not talking about first season Makima where she's sweet and kind to Denji. The fuck you mean there's no Demogorgons in the Upside Down when they attack? Exactly! fucking did you know that there were supposed to be Demogorgons there, but they cut it because they didn't want Demogorgon fatigue, as they have called it, for the last season? The fuck you mean, Demogorgon fatigue? It would be like a fucking Star Wars saying lightsaber fatigue. That's one of the things that made you famous. Oh god, Makima being anime's number 2 groomer athlete made an Abyss author. For real. But Makima, I fucking love how toxic she is. She's so toxic. And she's such a sexy toxic woman. And the one thing I love about her is that she's actually a well-written female villain. Her thing is not just being sexy and boobs and whatnot. No, she is a genuine manipulator. And, like, the things she did are inexcusable, especially later on. I read the whole first act of the manga. Second act, I couldn't get into that much. I just didn't care for the characters that much. Because it was basically a cold open at that point. But, oh my god, I really like how she just basically isolated Denji and made him feel worthless and whatnot. And, amazing character, I fucking love her. Fucking queen. I actually do cosplay Makima. And I would say I'm not a bad Makima cosplayer. I got some of that face shape for her. I mean, they deal with Makima in the way you like, Choco. Exactly! Oh, like, I would have liked it more if she ate me. What? Okay! Oh, we do have another Demon Slayer character! Doma! And I gotta say, guys, I'm a down bad fat girl for Doma. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god, that asshole, that fucking despicable human being, well, demon being at that point, manipulates people in a whole fucking cult, enjoys eating women the most for some reason, if I remember correctly. And, just genuinely one of the biggest assholes in the whole fucking anime. I love him so much. I love him so much. Like I said, just because of how he's toxic. And there's a genuinely amazing fanfic about him. Cannot preface this enough. I cannot repeat this enough. Read Cold Affections if you want a really good Doma X, okay, female reader, but you can honestly think the female away for a lot of those parts. Generally amazing fan fiction. I'm not saying the thing that they eat them. He eats them. They eat. Shut up! I'm not into war. I just like it as a plot device sometimes, if it's done correctly. Also, in Cold Affections, he does not eat her, so, you know. Also, this year on Domoki, I actually did get a picture with an amazing Doma cosplayer, and oh my god, I was fangirling so hard. Quietly. I didn't want to make them uncomfortable, but oh! Okay, sorry. Doma, oh my god. But for him, the fact I like the most about him is the cult leader aspect. Because, oh my god, I love myself a manipulative yandere with cult leader thematics. With cult thematics. Please give me more of those. There's not enough of those. And if they're done, they're mostly done bad. Because, come on. I don't need a cult leader that's like, oh my god, I worship you because you are my everything. No, I need a cult leader that systematically understands that this cult is bullshit and he just uses those fucking gullible people to keep the main love interest locked up, stuff like that. Oh my god. What's up with the cannibals? These are my hot takes. If you don't like my hot takes, then I don't know what to tell you. What can I say? I like my hot takes because they're hot. Sugar said, no. I like a lot of media where there is no eating people. These are just some very specific ones that I do like. Oh, fuck. How can I fucking defend myself if my two favorite fanfics have the main a love interest basically being a human-eating monster. I just realized it. Fuck! I'm doomed! This is worse than the fucking furry allegations I had. Choco can't fucking escape the... I can't fucking escape the vor allegations. Also, Choco totally not currently drawing US mystery. No! No! Stop it! Stop it! No! No! Please! Please! The hottest character for me is Dark Claw from Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. God, I do love myself some Professor Layton games. But yeah, Dark Law. Let me see. Dark Law. That one interests me right now. Valid. Valid! Oh my god, so fucking valid. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. I want to get eaten sugar, probably. Nah. I'm just surprised. Come on, guys. I don't want to get eaten that badly. I do enjoy living and breathing, actually. Did you know that I enjoy living and breathing? I do kinda. I just also like, that trope sometimes. The trope I like the most, she sadly only has 4 posts on the green side. Oh, really? Damn, that's a shame. Okay, okay, I did take a sip of a drink. Okay, next character. And I do know that some of you guys will not agree with me if you've seen the media, but honestly, Ruby from Oshinoko goes on to the hate tier. And there's a very good reason for that. Because of what they fucking do, once again, with her character. The fuck you mean? She is still in love with the man she liked as a, 10-year-old or something. After 18 more years! Sees nothing wrong with that, first of all. While still being the way more immature one. And then also kind of like being into her brother. Come the fuck on! That is incest, that is pedophilia, that is everything! Keep that away from me! Well, I just don't like that they never make her character grow up. Like, come on. She's been alive for 18 years at that point, or 16 years, I don't know currently. But she had a lot of time to grow after her 12 years alive. And you're telling me she's still childish as fuck? Come on. I don't like the comment of Annie and Lele, but Renee Graves, the mom, is so hot. She may have made incest children, but doesn't mean she ain't hot. No, I only saw, Andy and Lele in its beginning stages. I haven't seen anything of it later on, and honestly don't have the desire to, just because of, how much incest there is, honestly. No, that's probably just the bad route or whatnot, but come on. Come on, you don't have to do that much incest. The main selling point is incest at that point. Alright. Next character, second to last character on my list, honestly, is Enji Todoroki. And he goes on to the Hear Me Out cake. Because, listen. Hoshi, no. Wait. Ah! No, 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 no. He's literally hot. But yeah, Enji Todoroki, the reason I like him is because didn't he abuse his wife or something? Yes. Yes, he did. He was an awful human being, but I really like the way they wrote him in the later seasons, with him trying to redeem himself and showing that awful people still have the potential to be amazing people. Being in a relationship with him sounds like it would be an endeavor. His hero name is Endeavor. That was a good one. That was a real knee slapper though, Shadow. You get that one. You get that one. That was a real knee slapper. God, I genuinely enjoy jokes like that. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Joke made a tear go down my leg. Come on. But I mainly like the fan fictions written about him. And also like I said, the way he is written in the later seasons. Joke smasher pass. Because they show that even evil people can still better themselves and realize the bad things they have done, and that even if they become better, forgiveness is not guaranteed. So I really do like that aspect that they have shown in a surprisingly mature manner, in my opinion. That if the victims choose to forgive their abuser, perpetrator, that it can still work out good, but it is up to every person. Like, if you want to forgive the person who hurt you. It can end badly, but I do believe that people can change. I'm an optimist like that. I've given some people way too many chances. I have been a person who, like, gets hurt way more often than, they hurt others, I believe. So I have been in the situations where, people hurt me and I still went back to them. And oftentimes it doesn't go great. But I do believe it can go great. Someday, someone is gonna be bad and then good to me. Totally trust this will happen. I still have hope in humanity. Come on, please. What do you think of Spamton? I personally do not like Deltarune that much. I haven't played a lot of it, just because I do not enjoy the writing style. I don't know if it's just nostalgia speaking out of me as an Undertale fan. It's just like, I feel like, Undertale had, it felt less like kids media. It felt more like, something in between media, like, kids and adults could enjoy it, especially with the moral dilemma it posed, while, to me, Deltarune seems more, for children, personally, because I cannot get into it because it has a it's very much low stakes, in my opinion. I've heard Snowgrave is supposed to be good, but I've also heard that you have to look up guides on how to do Snowgrave, which, wow, gatekeeping one of your best routes behind a very convoluted thingy is a choice. And what else was there? Yeah, just generally, it has a lot more shitpost characters than Undertale had. I believe, at least. That is my opinion. That may also be a hot take, me not liking Deltarune that much. But it's just a personal opinion, and no one can take that from me. So basically, Nolan Oniman in the last season of Title Code. Yeah, it could be. Also, but I didn't even watch Invincible. I think it's called Invincible, right? I don't know right now. I've heard it has some good scenes, but I really haven't gotten into it, unfortunately. But yeah, also Enji Todoroki, he just has a very much so mature, manly vibe, which makes a lot of fanfictions with him very interesting. In like also like degradation stuff like that. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy myself a very manly man that's very tall and has wide shoulders. Because fun fact, I recently noticed, basically in my entire family, that is the norm. So I have so many, like my father, my uncles, that are all tall men with wide shoulders. Maybe it may just be the Slavic preference, but that's just basically how it is. Every time someone draws Kasane Teto chubby, an angel gains its wings. I love it when they draw Teto a bit chubby. I feel like it fits her so well. Then last season he comes back to Demi and she doesn't forgive him. While others mostly do. Yeah, that is totally alright. I mean, with Endeavor, I believe one of his sons, his daughter and his wife mostly forgive him, but two of his sons don't. And I feel like that is, okay. One of the sons actually tells him up front that, or like into his face that, yeah, I have a girlfriend now, I'm gonna be moving out, I don't want to have anything to do with you, I'm cutting contact, goodbye. And I love that for him. And I love that Endeavor, at the end of the day, wasn't like, no, you have to accept me or whatnot, that I'm better at begging for forgiveness. No, he's just like, alright, I understand. Good luck on the rest of your life. I'm sorry that I couldn't be a better father. Stuff like that. He didn't beg for forgiveness. He didn't expect it. But when it was given to him, he was grateful. And that's what I really liked about his character. Okay, and last character. Is AM from I'm the Month When I Must Scream, and he goes on to the Hear Me Out cake. I just thought it would be so funny to have an AM cake and then not put AM on the AM cake. Because what do you mean? What do you mean eternal torture? And also, you kept 5 specific humans alive? He's got a cool bird design though. He does. I wonder if someone ever molded an AM dildo. That'd be smashable. I'm glad you guys agreed. No, but AM just generally, I really like, also his god complex, where he is basically, oh yeah, I am God. And he kept those humans alive. Not just because he hated them, but because he needs something to hate. Because if he killed all of humanity, as we see, like, at the end of the story, where he keeps only one human, where he keeps the last human alive as a blob so he cannot kill himself, he's very much dependent on the subject of his hate being there to experience suffering. And I really do love that. I really do love, also love yanderes that are kind of like tsunderes, being like, I fucking despise you, but if you were to die, I would go crazy and probably kill myself. Stuff like that. Like, I kind of do love the concept of being someone being obsessed but not wanting to admit it, but being like so dependent on their obsession that they do have to like possess them, kind of like that. I'm not dead, soon dead. Hey, I can kick your butt even in distress. God. Fucking peak song. So many peak songs out there, guys. Oh my god, speaking of peak songs, Lara actually introduced me to Phantom Sita. I think that's how it's pronounced. Basically a fan man, trained by Ado. And oh my god, I really love their songs, Otomodachi, and also their song Sukikirai. I've been listening to Sukikirai so much. You guys know what probably will come on Sunday karaoke, don't you? I have to practice it though. But yeah, AM, fucking God Complex, Power Trip. You can immobilize me. You can make me suffer, but you also kind of like need me. Like that dependency yet power. So hot. I think this would be a reason why AM would hate me, but honestly, fair boy, fair. So yeah, this is my hear me out and my hear me out cake and my AM cake. Also, if you're like, oh, but the hear me out cake has so many more characters, please remember that we have a wait, where is it? That we have a whole fucking poster here, okay? So there's a lot of characters here. I think it should be about equal. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've cherry picked some wonderful characters that I stand behind loving and or hating. Because some I think are amazing, some I think could have been way better. And for example with Mitsuri, the one thing I hate Mitsuri the most, honestly, out of this whole cake. The one thing that really bothers me is how, like I said, people try to show her being a very deep character when, like I said, she's just fan service. She's just gooner bait. Come on. Can we at least admit we're into gooner bait characters? I do love a lot of cosplayers for her, though. And I do love the ship she has with the snake Hashira. Because at least that is not gooner bait, that is just normal romance. So yeah, you guys got any more hear me outs? Because most of my other ones are kind of like more cold takes, I believe at least. For example, come on, I can't put Levi on a hear me out. That's a hold me back. Wait. Anime villains. Do I have any other villains that no one else would love other than me? And everyone else would hate? I have another one! Oh my god. I have another one for the hear me out, actually. Because I don't know how many people agree with me on this one. What do you think about Bill Cipher? I mean, I'm not really into his body type. Am I body shaming a fictional character? I believe his personality itself, like if he were to be drawn in more humanoid form, oh definitely. Oh definitely. But I'm not really into triangles, unfortunately. Wow, you don't like him because he's flat? No, I don't like him because he's a fucking shape. He's one of the basic shapes. Okay, another character. Oh, fuck. I opted wrong again. Come on. File, because I click on open, but I have to click on import. But yeah, some of you may have seen him. It's Illumia from Hunter x Hunter. Honestly, alright, the Stanford Bites. No, or did you say that? Alright then Stanford Pines. Honestly, I wasn't that deep into Gravity Falls. But I mean, Stan could get it. Stan could get it, but he's more of a cold take, I believe. Like, as soon as someone's more into the gratty stuff like that, like more mature man, like DILF vibes maybe, or GILF even, yeah. Wait, what does that guy do? First of all, he looks weird. Second of all, he's an assassin who tries to like force his brother to do certain things, I believe. Like to just follow the family code or whatnot. He like basically kills and tortures. I don't remember too well. It's been a while. I just remember that I really liked him. Also, there's a lot of really great fanfictions with him. A lot of very much so, Breeding King fanfictions with him. See him all with pins and needles? I think so. I just know that he's very weird and that I do like him. He has a lot of Breeding King fanfictions, just like Enji Todoroki, which is honestly fair. Even though Breeding King, I find it so weird that Breeding King is considered a king, even though... Guys, that's just fucking biology. Breeding King is probably one of the least weird ones. Yeah, that's true. Because, isn't that just fucking biology? Like pregnancy? Come on. No, I liked him in Yanrei fanfictions where it was non-consensual Breeding King. That is my type shit. But, remember, repeat after me. Toxic stuff is only hot if it's in fiction. If it's not in fiction, into the bin. Into the fucking bin. But if it's in fiction, give it to me. Give it to me. Non-consensual breeding is... I prefer to just call it non-con if it's in fanfiction because, like I said, it's not as problematic. Some people also like CNC. Yeah, I feel like it's okay if it's, like, discussed with a partner and done safely. Like, if you have a, non-consent kink, you can actually discuss stuff with your partner to, like, roleplay, stuff like that. But other than that, like, it's usually not about the non-consent itself, it's more about the powerlessness. Like, the power play. That is with a lot of... I'm sorry. That's with a lot of characters for me on this list. Like, I can mark to you all the guys I like because... all the people I like because of the power play. This. These are all the people I like mainly because of the power play. The other ones have a little different setup for me to like them. Squinting eyes. Alright. But yeah. No, non-con fanfictions are also often seen as pretty problematic by some people, but I'm one of those people where I only see that type of topic as being problematic if it's done in real life. Because, like video games, like people saying, oh, video games make you violent if you play, like, shooters, it's not particularly true. And some other people try to say that if you read non-con fics, it automatically makes you want to... R-word someone. I forget the word. Rape someone. I don't think that is entirely the case. Or, like, be assaulted. I don't think that's the case. Because historically, also, in many books, women have been actually, like a lot of women especially, have been drawn to darker literature with powerlessness and abuse. Just because it has a sense of danger, and it's something you never want to experience in real life, and it's just the powerlessness that comes with the whole situation that is seen as attractive. Book talk scares me. Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. I actually took recommendations for 2 books from someone who like reads the type of books from Book Talk. Still haven't touched them. It's been months. I maybe should sometime, but I'm more into fan fiction, honestly. But yeah, so basically, it has been, I believe, even proven by psychologists that people are into those things in media and literature just for the sense of danger, for the fantasy alone, and that those people would often never want to experience that in real life. And some people actually use that to cope with past traumas also. I find it as a very, very interesting topic, psychologically speaking, just because I believe it is pretty unclear why that is the case so much, because it hasn't happened once or twice. It's like over a broader audience, like over a very wide spectrum. Okay, what else was there? There's actually a couple of things that fall like that over a very large spectrum, which I find very interesting. I don't know, I find cuddles to be much more effective. I like cuddles in real life and fucking abuse in fiction. Because if my book is always just gonna show me the most positive aspects of a relationship, now that's just boring. Where's the fucking plot? Show me some drama. Show me some action. Show me some emotional growth or deterioration. That's why I love cold affection so much, because it shows a lot of character growth. Especially in the main character, where at first their main thing is like hating Doma, and then at some point they just have to fucking accept that like they're stuck with him, and their personality changes quite a bit after that. I do like that a lot. Cuddles sound peak. Cuddles are peak. They just don't just sound peak. Guys, instead of reading about cuddles, you could just cuddle real people, you know? Like, come on, when I want cuddles, I just ask my mom, like any other person. What? Cuddles with a side of pampering, if I may. Oh my god, I actually have recently read a story about, like something softer. With cuddling. No, not with cuddling yet, but maybe later. But no, I'm genuinely mainly like toxic relationships in fiction just because they're more interesting to read. I believe like if everything's going well, like I can experience that in real life probably. If not, then I can probably change my living situation enough, or like at least attempt to, so I can experience that. I ain't got no one to cuddle with. Get a stuffed animal, like a big one. Get a bloweye from IKEA. The really big sharks. They're very good to cuddle. Also, yeah, just generally big stuffed toys. That's also what I did when I did bad with human contact, due to depression, but also wanted a lot of cuddles. Get another big stuffed toy. It doesn't have to be a bloweye. Let's cuddle, bro. Come on, bro. Bring it in. And cuddling with the homies to fall asleep. It's beautiful, man. I actually do sometimes love cuddling with the girlies. You know what I find very funny? I absolutely despise the scenes in anime where they show girls interacting in a very sexual manner, because I always think like, oh, it's just sexualizing. Real girls don't interact that way. But when I interact with another girl where I feel very comfortable with her, I mean, when I met Lara, I did touch her boobs. Because her bra was just like her boobs were a bit too big for her bra, so I had to hold her boobs so she could close the bra. That makes me better than all of you who have not touched boobs, because I have touched boobs and they were very soft. Sometimes I hug my blanket and accidentally fall asleep. So Gabe, you still have socks on, for real. Either no money or parents would be suspicious. Aww. A wheel's real animated lie. It's only real because we're weird VTubers. If we were not VTubers, it wouldn't be real. Also, like, come on. I did it with this girl. We literally had a theme that we were on a wedding. Come on. It's platonic. Trust. Trust. I have a friend who works out, so he has a larger chest than some girls. Hell yeah, touch those man tits. Oh my god. I actually do love man tits. Like, when they're due to working out, like muscly man tits. Oh my god, give me. Oh my god, give me. If we were not VTubers. Yeah, if we were not VTubers, then it would have been weird. But we are VTubers, so VTubers generally come with a package of mental illness, so it's fine. It's okay. We can be a bit mentally ill. I'm thinking right now. What else? Oh yeah, also, their pecs, girl. Oh, man tits. I go fucking crazy for them. One of the other reasons I actually like Enji Todoroki is because they often draw him with man tits. Oh my god, I love it. I love it when they draw him with man tits. So good. Like, give me some man tits with jiggle physics. You mean mitts? Mitts. The FG engineer image. Moops. Moops sounds crazy. Mitts and moops. No, moobs are from fat. Mitts are from what? Wait, are those actual terms? Dude! The fuck? I didn't expect the internet to have a term beyond man tits. The hell? What? I guess I'm not educated enough yet. I guess I have a lot to learn still. And the art of degeneracy on the internet. Choco is not a good degenerate. Choco is a bad degenerate. Choco should step up her degeneracy game. Didn't you learn about moves in school? No. Genuinely did not. But I do know that a lot of men can actually like develop breasts. And some men can even lactate, I believe. Like with the right hormones and stuff. With the right hormonal imbalances. So you guys can lactate as well. I believe. If I'm not incorrect right now. Wait, let me actually Google that, just to be sure. Just to be sure I'm not spreading any misinformation. Can men lactate? I mean, some male animals. Hyperprolactemia. I don't care if men can breastfeed. Yeah, men have nipples, mammary glands, and hormones required, but the ability for male lactation rarely turns on. So theoretically, men can lactate. You want some milk in your coffee? And platypuses just sweat milk. Hell yeah. Platypus is just working out at the gym to get the carton of milk. Milky moops. But yeah, women can also lactate without ever getting pregnant. That was actually also shown in Apothecary Diaries, which is, I find, a very nice representation because I personally didn't even know that could be the case, but it actually can happen that a woman lactates despite not having given birth or not being pregnant. Very interesting stuff. Yeah. It mainly has something to do with hormones, as always. Who would have thunk it? If hormones, then lactation. So if you want some human milk in your coffee, just take hormones. Mpreg is peak. Unfortunately, I don't believe that someone who's born male can get pregnant. Except if you are born intersex, maybe. Maybe then you can get pregnant. But other than that, I don't think there's a way yet. Don't worry about it. I don't get food but I do get pegging. Yeah, I don't get a lot of, like, you know what I don't get? The, basically, God, I don't even know what to call it. Hyperinflation of proportions. So basically, if they're given humongous badonkadonks, I mean, like a triple XYZ tittledies, and then a very, very big assaroo, and then just the smallest waist. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, her poor back. Her poor back. Like, she cannot hold all that bakery up in the back and then all of her milk gallons at the front. Can I expect that of her? Her poor twig back would break. I like characters that are more well proportioned. So, or those where characters are on so fat you literally can't see what the character it is. Yeah. Just generally where the proportions are exaggerated way too much. That's something I don't like and don't really understand. Because first of all, it's unrealistic. Second of all, it's very much so just even if it were real, it would be uncomfortable for a person like that to exist. Like, just put them out of their misery at that point. It's like a dog breed that was bred to suffer, basically, for aesthetic purposes. That's what it would be like. Do you really want that for your imaginary girlfriend or boyfriend? I don't think so. So don't do it. Seahorse gene splicing for impreg. Let's do it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind impreg. Maybe then some men who, like, show very little patience with pregnant women would finally, like, understand how bad pregnancy can actually be. Because pregnancy is not a walk in the park. It would be uncomfortable, but it's a thing you won't ever see. So, how different is it from your chats and pics? What do you mean? Can you elaborate? Flat chest is way better than boobs the size of a car wheel. Hell yeah! Flat chest supremacy. I say, as I recently wore a dress where it looked like I genuinely had no chest. I do have a chest. That dress was merely very unflattering for mine. I mean, at least my pics and chatbots could exist. These people would never be real, but you like them because of that. Say with the hypertag. But at least these people could exist and not fucking die immediately as they are spawned into the world. Like, everyone can like what they like. I'm not saying you can't like that. I'm just saying that I don't understand the appeal. Like, with some things, I kinda can understand why people would maybe like that. If the things are drawn erotically, for example, I can understand hands. I can even understand feet sometimes. But I cannot understand the hyperinflation, stuff like that, or the hypertag. Because it's personally not my thing. But if people are into that, totally okay. That's just your taste. I just don't particularly understand, but you're free to like whatever you like. Flat chests are like the desert. There's nothing there, but it's so hot. Flat chests are pretty. Not skewed from DLC below. No, I do feel like really big boobs are overrated. Just because oftentimes some people like to put big boobs on characters where they do not have the back to support it. And that would be just really painful. And generally, there are even some women in real life that have naturally big chests and a smaller complexion. And you know what they do? They get their tits sized down because it's painful. It's just like, imagine if you had the fucking biggest balls on earth. Like, imagine if they were the size of the weight of, for example, I don't know, a milk carton. Like, genuinely very heavy. And then you'd have to walk around in a handstand all day. That's kind of what it feels like. Very uncomfortable. The balance is way off. And I don't think, like, even if some people find it hot, it would be, like, generally just not nice to have. Ilulu from Dragon Maid, oh my god, one of the worst offenders of too big tits, too small waist. Generally in Dragon Maid, I watched that anime as a kid, and back then I didn't mind it too much, but looking back, come on, could we not sexualize Kana? Could we not sexualize Kana, who is a literal child? And the 3,000 years old excuse does not fly here because she's still a child by dragon standards. And that is actually canon. So why do we keep sexualizing her? Come on. It says a milk carton is hyper for you. For me, it's the ones on which you sit on. Also, no, I just meant just generally as an example for why, for example, bigger boobs would be uncomfortable. Kind of looks like a child and is a child. I completely agree with that. Yeah, that's just pedophilia. And anyone who tries to defend Kana sexualization is a very questionable person to me. Just because. I know she's fictional, but it's still a child. It's a child. It's a kid. Come on. You can do lolly beige, like characters that may look young but are not. I do not like it, but at least it's way less questionable than actual, like, hey, that is a straight up child. I was in a discussing ship with that character. Exactly. Kobayashi herself was hot though. But that just might be because girls with glasses. I do like the Yuri ship they have going on. But yeah, also the Shotokan in the show. With like, Ilulu? With, the little boy that summoned her. That is a literal 10-year-old or whatnot child. And she keeps pressing her tits up against him and is played for laughs because of the sexualization. Come on. Come on, Dragmate. We can do better than that. Like, leave the kids alone. Just focus on the main Yuri. One of my favorite characters was Ravnir or whatever he's called, the black-haired, red-eyed guy. Just because at least he didn't do anything weird sexually as far as I know. He's just a nerd-ass gamer that plays mysterious. I love the clothes Kobayashi wears though. If you'd put a jacket on her, would be sent an off-storm fit. Ah! No, I just care for the main ship, generally. Like, I like, Toru and Kobayashi together. I just do not like, a lot of the side characters because, like I said, weird sexualization. Fafnir, I think is his name. Could be. I don't exactly know. I just know that he's a silly little goober that has done not too many things wrong. Like, come on. He's just chilling in his friend's basement playing video games and being a nerd with him. That's not Ilulu, that's, Quetzalcoatl with the showdown. Could be. Do I remember their names? It has been years since I've watched it. Did she have a nickname, though? I don't remember right now. Wasn't her, like, 16 in, like, human form? I don't know. I always imagined her being an adult as well, but I mean, if she's underage, that would be one more problematic thing. And the red flag that is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Wait, isn't that, Quetzalcoatl? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. It has been way too long. What can I tell you? But yeah, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has a lot of characters I do not agree with. Isn't Japan just a great country with great media with a great ages of consent? The thing is, I feel like a lot of people are nowadays seeing Japan as some sort of merry wonderland or amusement park instead of the fucking country that it is. Because I have such a big issue with, for example, Domoki, where I was the anime convention, sometimes being framed as a Japan convention with Japanese culture, because the Japanese culture is very few and far between. There's like, I believe, 3 or 4 events out of the at least dozens of events there that have something to do with Japan. The rest are fan fictions, the rest are anime, manga, stuff like that. And you cannot tell me that is a Japan event when it's an anime manga event. Japan has its own issues, especially with ages of consent. And I think many people tend to ignore that there are actual real minors that do get, like, assaulted there, and the law doesn't do anything about that, just because in Japan there's also a law that forbids you from basically speaking out badly about a person. So even if a person did something bad to you, if you speak out about them publicly for that, it can get you into hot water. just because you did it publicly. Like, what? Because you quote-unquote ruined their image. I'm sorry? It has its own issues, so I don't like it when people try to frame it as, like, an idealized version of the world, because it's just not. Every country has its issues, and the people in there also aren't anime characters. I find it so weird when people just sexualize, like, God, is it East Asian? I believe it's more East Asian, right? I don't know right now. East or South Asian. Like, generally, like, Korea, Japan, China. The thing you generally tend to think about if you think about Asia. I just find it so weird that they, tend to sexualize the people for existing. Wait, people aren't just anime characters, that can't be! Exactly. There are genuinely people like that, who, for example, go to Korea and are shocked that not all of the Korean guys look like K-pop idols, or go to Japan and are shocked that not all the girls look like anime girls. Like, are you fucking serious? Can you please just stop sexualizing nationalities and stereotyping them, because people are still people. Every person is an individual. Could we please stop doing that? You can say, oh, I find these characteristics attractive, but you cannot just say, like, oh, all of those people are like this and that's why they're hot and sexy and whatnot. Like, please, please, please stop. No. I just learned what Japan did in World War II in class. I've been shaking and crying ever since. This isn't the Sugoi Japan I know. This can't be real. Yeah, because some people actually do believe stuff like that. Like, that these countries are like idealized versions. The idealized versions we see online. For example, also the phenomenon with place and then place Japan. You know those memes? Where it's just a rundown place, and if it's placed, no one cares about it. But if it's placed Japan, everyone's like, wow, so rustic, so much character. Like, come on. Like, why? Like, it's a phenomenon that's not just one or two people. It's thousands of people that actually fall for that, kinda. A Sephiroth sword of 57 is the only person like that I actually love so much. I hope they do it ironically though. Hi Power! How's it going? Welcome! How are you doing? You can see my hear me out cake and my hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I was created cake. Also ignore that AM is on the hear me out cake. I have taste. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Doing good. I signed the contract for a place to live yesterday. So I have my apartment secured in a month. Then I also have, I also got my phone back, which I lost a few days ago. It was just where I was expecting to find it. It was at the, like, station where they pick up all basically the lost and found stuff. Lost and found of the public railway system. Or the public transport system, rather. So yeah, I'm happy I found it. And yeah, I'm happy to be back streaming. Also, I was at the anime convention. It was good. I had fun. I went on platonic dates. It's so funny to me how Lara said, this just feels like a platonic date. Like, it's comfortable, we do like this stereotypical romantic shit, but honestly, there is no expectation of anything romantic going on. Also, that hate cake is interesting. I know, right? It's genuinely just the writing of most of these characters. It genuinely. Oh wait, you forgot to put sans on your cake. It has to go on there, right? I only put my controversial take. Sans isn't controversial. I'm sorry to break it to you. There are too many people wanting to fuck the skeleton. He's an official Tumblr sexy man. Sans is just not a hot take. Sans is not a hear me out. You didn't like the writing of Sword Art Online? Wow, who would have guessed it? The bootleg Mario and Peach, where Mario was just overpowered and Peach gets nearly raped. Why would someone not like it? Genuinely, like some of the like Kirito's only like characteristic being overpowered. Come on. It gets old after 4 seasons. It gets really fucking old. It got old in the first season even. But yeah, I think my Hear Me Out cake is more interesting. Because I have some people that people online genuinely despise. That people online genuinely wish didn't exist as characters. It's not just that he's overpowered, he's also a gamer. I think I loved Sword Art Online because it was my first anime ever. Could be. And you're free to love it. It's just that I personally didn't like the writing. I used to be interested in Sword Art Online, watched it, but then I heard about the rape. The thing for me was, I watched it nearly the entire way through. I believe even up until one of the last episodes of the Alice season, or whatever it's called, like the last season basically. I watched it with my parents. It was one of the first isekais we watched, and we did like it at first. But the further along we went, the